right? So anybody that's already seen my previous tutorials, this is how we generate a landing page. So we're going to go to Gemini and we're going to say create a pest control landing page. Make it aggressive for opting in. Use display location short code to dynamically insert the user location. And then we're also going to tell it also add this short code because it adds an email opt in on our site. And we had Haniel ask a couple weeks ago how to insert images. So I'm actually going to stop that. So let's go ahead and get an image. So pest control images. All right. So I'm going to basically copy this image. So I'm going to say copy image link. And we're going to say use this image as the hero image. Boom, done. So now our prompt will also, our landing page will also have an image on it as well. Now, obviously, you want to host the image yourself on your own site, but in this case, that's what we're going to do. And it's going to start programming for us, the landing page. And I'm actually going to go back here. I'm going to edit the page. I'm going to make sure that we select default template is PPC basic blank canvas. And I'm going to, and in a moment, we're going to paste the code here. So I'm going to simply disable this top part up here. Okay. So now when we go back to our page, there should be literally nothing, except for the opt-in. So I need to fix that. So I'm going to just remove that from our code. I'm going to disable this little box up here just for visual purposes. And let's go back to our Gemini. And here we go. So we have the display location, pest invasion in, and then display location, and then our opt-in. Okay, perfect. So we're going to go into here, copy. I'm going to paste the code. Now, anybody that's seen this before is going to tell you that you've pasted code in here. So it's a little bit more obvious if you've been in my previous masterminds. And we're going to select update. And we're going to go to our landing page. And boom. So pest invasion in. So it's not rendering that properly. That's fine. And pest invasion in. Why would it not render that? Maybe I got to change the pages or whatever. And we got our opt-in here as well. So perfect. Now let me just double check why our location is not being inserted properly. So display location, default equals your area. Let me just try that. Default equals your area. Let me update that once more. Okay, so it's simply not detecting our location, probably because I recently updated my my plugin so that when you insert the location, you can actually just plug in your geo your Mastermind ID into the thing itself, right? So give me 1 second. I'm going to plug in my license key here. And I'm going to plug in the account ID. And then when we go back to our page, it's actually going to detect the page that I'm coming from, right? And this is available right inside the location insertion module within our thing. So you can see when you set it up, it'll ask you for your Mastermind and your thing for it to work. So just give me one quick moment here. If anybody has any questions at the moment, feel free to ask. And the reason that I'm doing this is so that it will detect my physical location.
I've got a question, but it's not related. It's related to site links.
Okay. Yeah, we'll cover that in the Google Ads part, so that'll be coming right after this.
All right.
Okay. So I think you guys can see that now. Perfect. All right, so I plugged in my account ID. You guys are able to see my screen, yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. So basically, I plugged in the account ID from Mastermind and the license key. And then what happens is it will automatically download the database to your site. And then now when we go to our page that we had, so I'm going to go to the page that we just created. I believe it was test opt-in. No, that's not the page. The page was... I forgot the name of the page. Oh, here we go. I think opt-in testing. There we go. And right away, now it detects your location. So if you guys want, you can go to this address right here. youareallyamazing.com/opt-in-testing. And it'll actually show your location that you're visiting from, theoretically. It's not always perfect. It'll maybe show your location off by maybe a couple kilometers, depending on how big your neighborhood is or your city. But essentially, there you go. So now we have an opt-in, we have a phone number, an email. Now let's go ahead and test this. So Leo, our phone number, let's just test like a fake number. There we go. And then we'll test the Unitas at ppcbasic.com. So let's see what happens. All right, so it doesn't redirect properly at the moment, and it doesn't give us any errors or anything. So obviously this requires more programming as far as going back into Claude and indicating, hey, there's no page that it redirects to. So we need to make sure that our plugin in our settings has an actual page to redirect to. So when we submit it, we need to have a page that it redirects to. So let's actually do that now. Add in the admin settings, add a spot redirect page spot entry for where the user is redirected to, right? And it'll do that. And you can see, like, as I wrote that, it's writing into the code itself. Like within the code itself, it's creating the updates. So in theory and in actuality, in practicality, what this allows you to do is it allows you to literally produce your own system for whatever it is you need solving, right? Obviously, this can take a couple hours or so because you're trying to figure out how everything gets processed, where you need to get the API keys, where everything needs to be connected, et cetera, et cetera. But essentially, what you're doing is you're getting the AI to just develop the exact tool that you want for you to solve like a very particular problem. Now, as you start to go further and further down this rabbit hole, things just become like even more and more complex over time. You learn how to make even more complex systems. But if you know and you start now to program your own like AI solution, like you're gonna within 2, 3, 4, 5 months, you're gonna have some like really cool tools for yourself to solve certain problems. Case in point, I'll show you one of the. Let me show you guys something that I built recently. And in that case, it'll be ppcbasic.com.